Yay! KKK members getting their comeuppance! Yay! Mississippi Burning, released in 1988 and is directed by Alan Parker, who's also directed such films like Pink Floyd The Wall, Come See the Paradise, Angela's Ashes, and Evita. And this film is starring Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe, Frances McDormand, Brad Dourif, Ronald Lee Ermey, and Michael Rooker. And the reason why we're talking about Mississippi Burning today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from, I believe, a first-time donator and a first-time contributor and supporter of this channel, Jeremy Pape. Thank you very much for your recommendation, and I love seeing just new support from new people. Thank you so much. It's nice to know that all the stuff that I'm doing here on YouTube is affecting someone out there to be able to, like, hey, I like that Caleb dude. I'm gonna support and contribute to his channel. So thank you so much, Jeremy. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Jeremy and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that's in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Any size donation will do. Just send it over with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Jeremy Pape here. 3 civil rights activists have mysteriously gone missing since their little trip to a small little town here in Mississippi. So the FBI has sent 2 agents down to Mississippi to investigate their disappearance, and soon they uncover that their disappearance was probably a cover-up for them being murdered by the townsfolk, since that is happening so much around here to a bunch of the black citizens. And as the 2 FBI agents dig deeper into the city and start riling everyone up, the hidden KKK members of the town start getting more aggressive and literally start lighting this town up in flames, specifically to the black housing of the neighborhood. And I had always heard of this film before. This is a first-time viewing for me, so again, I love these recommendations from you, Jeremy. Just getting me to watch these films that I've always meant to watch, I've always heard of, but I've never gotten around to doing it. Now I have, and this film is quite excellent. It is very intriguing. It is a suspenseful thriller. It had me on the edge of my seat the entire time, especially when you bring up the KKK. It's one of the most notorious villain groups that we've ever had here in the United States, and I hate seeing them commit their acts of violence on screen. So to see them get their comeuppance in the end of this story, or hell, in any other story, it makes me happy because they frickin' deserve it. But the main reason why I was on the edge of my seat is really the performance of Gene Hackman. And I keep saying Hackman because I think of Hackman from the South Park episode where you have Hackman and Christopher Reeves going at it, and it was the whole stem cell research thing. Great episode. But I always called him Hackman after that. But this guy is so fascinating. He is an old-timer. He's been in the FBI for a long time, you can tell. And for like the first half of the film, you don't know where he stands. You don't know if he's like a closeted racist, and all of a sudden he's going to turn on Willem Dafoe and cause a whole cover-up and commit severe act of violence, which he does commit, but it does turn out he's on the side of good and right, and he's fighting for civil rights. He just goes down the not so clean route of getting information, which I love that. I love that it makes him a badass, following the rules, yet not following the rules. All in the name of justice for this black community in Mississippi. I mean, Mississippi, it's one of those states where it's like, hey, all the things that we're being progressive about as a country, that's kind of the last place to kind of move on and change things. It's always Mississippi. So to learn that these FBI agents are traveling down to Mississippi to investigate civil rights disappearance of these 3 civil rights activists, yeah, that makes sense to me. And Willem Dafoe is a great straight man to Gene Hackman. Hackman feels like he's more at ease, he's more loose, he's kind of walking around, he's talking to the townsfolk. His character is from a small town in Mississippi, not this exact one, but he knows how these people operate. He knows how tight-knit a small little town like this can be. Whereas Willem Dafoe, he is the straight man, he is the lead investigator on this case, but he's young, he's brand new. This is, I think, his very first case that he's ever ran, so he's high-strung, he has all these great ideas, but he wants to follow it by the book, damn it, because that's how people of the law and people of the North, that's how we do it. And he tries almost the entire movie to do it by the book, and do it with justice, and do it with attempts of cooperation with the local sheriff's department, until he finally realizes that it's just not going to get done, so he gives Gene Hackman's character the free rein to do what he does best, and he gets the information by doing all of these great schemes. I love seeing cops do this. They like being creative and figuring out ways to turn other Klan members on each other. Because let's face it, Klan members are not that bright. It is jarring seeing Michael Rooker again in this villainous, asshole-ish role. He's such a great asshole on screen. In every single role, he is a dick. He is a side villain. But in real life, Michael Rooker is such a sweetheart. He is one of the nicest people you can possibly meet. But he's always playing these jackasses in all of these movies. Makes him a great actor. And Frances McDormand, who is always wonderful in anything that she does, she is more of a damsel in distress in this film, which is something I'm not used to seeing her play, but she does play the wife of a deputy, a sheriff's deputy, who is clearly part of the KKK, and she's not really invested in it, but she's part of this small town. She's afraid of leaving and never made it out and wants to stay here because it's always been her home. So she's wrestling with the idea of helping the FBI, but also helping her husband, and doesn't want to step out of line. I love her performance. The performances in here are great, and the story, the action, the detective story here, I'm a sucker for those. So this film was just a great thriller. Again, it had me on the edge of my seat, and it's always just great seeing the KKK getting their comeuppance. I'm gonna give Mississippi Burning 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I like it a lot.
So guys, if you've seen Mississippi Burning, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.